The team, this is the backend. We created this HTML table to have a graphical user interface for the um, auto authentication with Google, and this is the key value pairs about we use a third party which is passport and passport Google authent to we have some EM5 EM env5 that handles all the backend key value. And if you see this file here, we have this and we have this handling the middleware. And the middleware, we have this to verify and secure this here. This is the login. This is what it can created. And also we have these. These are the requirements we deploy. We have these already set up. We have HTTP test. We have backend test, which is the unit testing. We have database connect and the API documentation, validation, error handling. This is the backend. This is the session for the third-party login, which is Google authentication. And this is the blog. We have nothing inside for now, nothing inside. And this is the render backend host. This is the environment. As you can see, we have a lot of key value pair here. This is for the Google authentication. This is also for the Google authentication. This is the encryption secret. This is for the MongoDB. This is session secret also. And if we go to this is the backend here. We have the backend. We have this is the unit testing. This is the backend, and we have this Google file here. And let's test. If we come to the console cloud Google, this is the credentials we have to authenticate with here. We already have everything created. This is it here. If we try to access the documentation, which is this here, this one, it will refer to non-authorized. We have to log in. For we to log in, we have to remove this and put login. Log in. This is it here. This is the team member. We have Elizabeth. I know we are 4 in number 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are doing this presentation together. And for we to log in, we have to click this. Then to require what do we want to use, as you can see here, this is the application BYU, and this is the team group name. This is it here. As you can see, this is the host, and we want to use this. And let's see, automatically it's already logged in and redirect us to the documentation. If we refresh our section here, let's refresh and see. We should be having one section created. Voila, as you can see here, we have this section created here. And no user yet because we don't want to use only section, because this is the requirement here. We already did everything. And let's go to here, and we can log in. If we log in, it cannot access. Let's try the log out. The log out, it will refer to goodbye, you have logged out. If we try to access it back again here, as you can see, it's telling us unauthorized. We have to log in again before we can able to have access. We have to do it again. And once we log in again, we're going to be having 2 sections created. Let's see. Redirect us to our Swagger documentation. Let's refresh and see the section here. Let's refresh. We should be having 2 sessions because we just logged in twice. Yeah, because it's the same user. As you can see, nothing. The same user and the expiry date is not yet. Or this is it here. And let's go back to here, and let's try to add a user here. We need to have a user. If we don't have a user, we cannot post. And let's try to do this here. No, not this one. Let's try to have a user. Let's try. Oh, we're having, why isn't it copy? Okay, okay, let's execute. Now fine. Let's check database and see if it's working fine. We have a section. We should also have a user. Let's check. We just have a user now. This is our user. As you can see here, we have a user, and we can also update the user. Let's get update user so that the user can have more credentials. Let's update, and let's go back to our Swagger. Let's update, which is put. So before we can put, and remember the validation is working fine. If we remove, let's go back and pick the ID. We're gonna do some testing here. If we remove the password, this at, and this here, and try to post, let's see what will happen. And let's check if we updated. Concatenate the password, and let's check get user by ID. Try this. Check. Okay, we have it. It's updated. I'm trying to see here. Let's go back to the database and refresh. It's working fine. The password is encrypted, as you can see here. And let's try and post. Let's try and post here. Let's post. Let's make a post. Want to make a post? Let's no. We want to post here. No, not register. We want to post. Let's close this so that we can have this. Let's close this. Okay, let's have already post open. Let's make a post, a new post, and we have nothing because no, this is get. Why am I doing get? We have to post. This is the post. Okay, now let's post. Let's come here and make a post. Create a content. We want to post this because we already have this here. Let's post this content and see for Elizabeth. Let's post. Voila, is executed. We have the post. If we come here, pick the ID and close this, go to get all user execute. We have it here, and also we can update. But the main focus is to make sure that all this work, we have all this working. And If we want to check the error validation, let's just check the error validation and see what is going on in the error validation. Let's see the database if we have post, because there, yeah, we have post here, Elizabeth post, but we want to quickly delete. Let's delete the post. Let's delete the post and quickly so that we can see other things going on. Delete post. The name, the person that post, we need the name, which is Elizabeth. Let's delete and see. You can see here what happened. I think I did not provide the ID. Let me see here. I did not provide the post ID. Let me provide the post ID here. This is the post ID. Fine. Good. Let's go back. Okay, let's execute. Okay, let's check if we have it here. Let's refresh if it's working fine. As you can see, we have no post anymore because it's already deleted. We want to quickly check some error validation. Let's delete let's delete the user. Let's delete the user here. Let's see what is wrong. User, let's delete the user. This is post. This is it here. Let's delete the user. Okay, this is it. Now let's go back to here. Let's pick delete user. Let's see. Okay, this is it here. I want to delete the user, and let's go and pick the user ID here. This is it. Let's start checking the error validation. Maybe we did not provide the user ID. It will definitely show we have to provide the user ID. Let's check. Automatically request that, and let's make sure it first. As you can see, user deleted. If we go back and refresh, we have no user anymore. But now we want to check the error validation. The error validation is what is important. Imagine we have this. We want to make sure that we check the error validation, which is important a lot. Let's say we want to make a new post registration, and we are trying this here, and we remove the username. We make it empty, and we want to make a post here. Let's see what will happen. Let's see. It will tell us the username is required because the access to handle the error of the route user. These are the error if you create a new user. Authenticate. Okay, register new user. These are the error validation we have here. The error need to be handled, and you also need to check the password also. And let's see also if we measure that this and we remove, let's say we remove, I want to make some modification. Let's say we remove all this, then let's try it again and see. Automatically you can see the password also have a validation. All the error validation is the handling, which is required here. Validation, error handling, data validation, and error handling. All of them is being handling, and everything is correct. This is the full project we have, and let's close. And let's close. Let's close. This is the full project we have here. All is working fine, and It is working now because we already have a session working fine. Once we log out, the session will no longer be working again. This is all the full project working fine. As you can see here, goodbye, log out. Once we come here, like we did in the previous, it's already logged out. You have not arrived. And all you need to do now, you need to log in. As we said before, you must log in through using this Google authentication. Thank you. That is all. That is the full project.